Good evening. This is St. Mary's streaming live from St. Mary's High School in our first annual broadcast for the year. My name is Sven Eisman with my party, Charlie Alamo, and we are live at St. Mary's Girls Varsity Soccer. Again, it is Friday, the 29th of September, and we have the Girls Varsity Soccer St. Mary's Gales playing St. Francis Prep, the Terriers of St. Francis Prep. We are getting ready for kickoff. Looks like St. Francis Prep has the kickoff. We'll be starting with the ball. Waiting for play to start here. Again, we welcome you to our first live broadcast of the season, with hopefully many more to come. Our vantage point tonight is from the top of St. Mary's Marist Hall. St. Francis plays it back to one of their fullbacks. Plays into middle, intercepted by St. Mary's. St. Mary's plays it into the middle, cleared out by St. Francis. Feeds it to the right wing. St. Francis picks it up in midfield. And St. Mary's causing some interference. St. Mary's gains control. Again, making a run down the middle of the field. St. Mary's kicks it out to the left side. St. Francis back in control. Plays it into the middle. Number 16. Number 16 over to number 11. Where it's picked up by St. Mary's. A little fight for the ball. St. Francis comes with it. Brings it into the 18. Ball being knocked around. Number 16 plays it out to the left-hand corner. Shot on goal. Off the post. And knocked out of bounds. Looks like it will be a goal kick for St. Mary's. Who's the goalie? Who's in goal? Who's in goal for us? She's white. It kind of does. What? St. Francis Prep in control right now. Just outside the 30, the 18-yard line. And St. Mary's comes away with it. Oh no. I believe that is Isabella Okerson playing goal tonight. Several of the St. Mary's starters are away on retreat this weekend, so many of their younger classmen getting some playing time tonight. St. Francis Prep brings it down the middle, plays it into the corner, and it'll be St. Mary's ball. Again, we have a very, very high second floor vantage point here that we're videotaping the game live tonight. Not the easiest thing to see the numbers from our vantage point. Got a little bit of a lively crowd down there cheering on their Gales. So it'll be a goal kick by St. Mary's. St. Francis Prep plays it into the middle, just outside the 18-yard line. St. Francis Prep retreating back to midfield. Control the ball. playing it around from left to right. Back over to the right wing. Number 2, Ava Battaglia, has it taken away by St. Mary's. Number 3, Ava Kotliar. It's kind of been a real pleasant surprise for the Marys this year. Leads the team in goals as a freshman. And it will be St. Mary's ball at midfield. Free kick. Ava Kotliar getting ready to tee off. In goal tonight for St. Francis Prep is Gabriella Valentino. Ball's back out to Ava Kotliar, taken away by Prep. Number 16 plays it out to the left wing. Number 14. Ava Kotliar trying to take Ava. Through ball to number 2. Puts it on goal. Saved by Isabella Okerson. Punts it out to midfield. Some nice dodges there by number 4, Victoria Padavona. And it looks like it will be a corner kick by St. Francis Prep. Isabella Okerson getting the start tonight as a starting goalie. Isabel Vasquez, again, is away on retreat. Corner kick Prep. Ball's volley just outside the 18. Goes to the wide to the left side. Knocked out of bounds by St. Mary's. Prep throws it in. Nice crossing ball. Gets through the box. And it is off of Prep. It'll be a goal kick. I'm going to turn you over now to my partner, Charlie Alamo.
Hello everyone, welcome back to St. Mary's Sports. Man, does it feel good to be back on this mic. It's an understatement how excited we are to be here with you tonight, and we hope that you enjoy. Exciting tradition here, as the night game has been a part of St. Mary's Sports, well, outdoor sports at least, for a multitude of years. We're running about 5 years into this night game tradition now, and it's been fun each time. After this game, there will be a men's soccer game to continue the excitement that we're experiencing here today. Good play so far. Many shots on goal for Prep if you haven't been watching. But again, great saves by Isabella Okerson, the sophomore, doing an excellent job on goal. It goes out of play and behind the goal. So St. Mary's will retain the possession. Ava Kotliar ready to kick it in. Goes to about quarter court as Aliana Chester kicks it away. Prep retains it. Prep with it now, juggling with it. Good moves there. Again, we're from the top floor of Marist Hall, the second building of the St. Mary's family of buildings. Beautiful vantage point. You see the whole field from up here. Ref's going to call that offside, as it's going to go the other way. Shot on goal is too far right. Too far right. The game so far has been close to getting to both goals. St. Mary's hasn't been getting to Prep's goal nearly as much as they would like to be, but they're playing excellent defense to make up for it, so the compensation is happening. Beautiful weather, not that windy. Beautiful day for an outdoor game of soccer. Ariana Warner got that kick as it's tipped away. Ava Kotliar comes up with it, but Prep retains it. They're at the very corner now. Prep still has it. It's kicked away. Goes to the side. St. Mary's getting some refreshing help in the form of Ava Kotliar, a freshman, class of 2021. The future looks bright for the St. Mary's girls soccer team if, of course, everyone is here to stay. Another save by Isabella Okerson. She's done an amazing job on goal tonight. Kick to midfield as number 4 for Prep comes away with it. Another shot on goal, just a bit right there. As I said before, St. Francis is getting away with a lot of clean shots at the basket. At the goal, my fault. I have basketball on the brain. It's clear that I'm excited for that. Stay tuned for Winter Sports with Charlie Alamo and Sven Eisman. It's a goal kick.
What number is that? Actually, I have that here.
We're about 11 and a half minutes into the game now. 28 minutes remaining, of course, without the stoppage included. Another great tradition of the St. Mary's night games usually includes the barbecue, which is a bit farther to the right of us. You can't quite see it on camera, but all the teachers, as Jack McCardle, the gym teacher, and David Hurley, the trigonometry teacher, cook up some food and adequate prices. Nadia Ferguson and Ariana Warner by the goal now and the corner. That was another attempt on the goal. Ooh, Prep coming real close there, but it's tipped away by number 13 on St. Mary's. That is Shannon McNamee. Diving save there. What an awesome play. It's being pushed ahead by St. Francis Prep now. Right into the hands of St. Mary's. Aliana Chester, nice reverse kick there. They're pushing it now. Crowd getting hyped for their Gales. Score remains 0-0. Oh, good save there by Okerson. Looked like a good look on the goal there, but Okerson has 5 saves on the night already, and we're not even halfway through it. The Gales, of course, are coached by Jasmine Mitchell. That was a corner kick for Prep there, as they still have it, but it's out of play. St. Francis Prep has a lot more shots, but that just means more misses for them. A lot of shots have been far right. Albeit, all of them have been partially good looks, so they can't complain. However, again, Okerson in the middle of that goal, that's dangerous. Oh, tumble up there in the middle. Another shot on goal. Another save for Okerson. That's 6. Okerson comes out to the 18 as she gives it off. Number 9 on St. Mary's, Nicole Reyes coming up with it. Kicks it right to the hands of Prep. Good defense here by St. Mary's. Another shot on goal blocked by Okerson. That's 7. What an outstanding showing for her tonight. She, of course, is replacing Isabel Vasquez at goal, who's normally on it. Just as we speak, an 8th save. Gale's doing a fine job on defense, making up for what they can't do right now, at least on offense. That side of the field, St. Francis's goal line. That St. Francis goal hasn't been seen a lot by the St. Mary's offense tonight. But, again, with the incredible defensive showing that they put on here, I don't think that's going to be a problem right now. Kick was just a little overhead. And it'll be a goal kick for St. Mary's. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're ecstatic to have you here tonight with us. This is an excellent way to start off our season. Rest assured that the broadcast team here at St. Mary's is hard at work, picking out the best games for your enjoyment. And we can't thank you enough for watching. You're what keeps us going. Goal kick there by St. Mary's. Ends up back into the hands of Prep. Although good defense there by St. Mary's, as number 25, Jasmine White comes away with it. Chester gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson kicks it to Prep. Ferguson comes up with it. Kendall Stopinski was kicking it farther ahead, but it got stolen by Prep. Prep comes up with it. Nice reverse kick there. Heads to the fence. It's out of play. We're about 18 minutes into play here. It's been an exciting one so far. Goal kick by Kotliar there. Goes under Chester as Prep comes up with it. Number 22 on Prep. Oh, one of the Prep players wasn't looking, but they still came up with it. Good trapping defense here by St. Mary's now. Just outside of the 18 now. They're getting closer and closer to the goal. Another shot on goal, too far left. Still a scoreless game. Chester comes up with a soccer ball. Tipped away by Prep there. Number 25 on Prep, Elizabeth Rocco. Pass thrown in, and it's tipped away by number 9 and number 25 on St. Mary's, Nicole Reyes and Jasmine White, respectively. But again, it heads out of play. It's St. Mary's ball. Reyes throws it in. Chester comes up with it. And it's off to White. White, right into the hands of Prep. Chester almost got it there. Kotliar comes up to play defense. Kotliar comes away with it. Good steal there by Kotliar. And the crowd loves that hustle play there. Incredible offense to defense here. A mishmash of both. Nadia Ferguson comes up with the steal. Federline and Ferguson, some confusion there. Refs are debating a corner kick now. At least that's what the call looks like it should be. We're out about 23 minutes of play now. Again, a scoreless game. Corner kick by Prep goes nowhere, although they do retain possession. Oh, they had an opportunity for the shot on the goal there, but they missed their chance. Olgerson comes up with it. Ariana Warner checks in for Jasmine White now. White has performed exceptionally well today. Some good hustle plays, some good defensive plays. St. Mary's teams really appreciate the hustle. And you see that throughout the winter sports, the fall sports, and even the spring sports. Later this year, our schedule is panned out like this. We'll do a little bit of volleyball, we'll do a little bit of basketball, we'll do a little bit of lacrosse, of course, and we'll do a little bit of, we'll do a variety of sports. Who knows if hockey is in store? Oh! A hit on Ariana Warner there by a St. Francis Prep player. Oh, it was direct contact to the head. That hit was committed by Kayla Ryan on Prep. Again, Ariana Warner just subbed into the game as is. Looks like she's going to stay in. The Gales appreciate that strength to keep pushing, keep pushing. The kickoff was taken away by Kotliar, although it falls back into the possession of Prep. St. Mary's pushed it ahead for a little bit, but put it back to Prep. Padavona pushed it ahead a little bit there. Got Prep closer to the goal. Prep pushing it back closer. Olgerson, again, good goal watching, although that one was far left for them. About 24 and a half minutes played here. We're coming up on 15 minutes remaining. Various students and faculty members come out to support the Gales. It's an incredible tradition that has been going on for quite some time here at St. Mary's if you're just tuning in. There's a barbecue that goes on to the very right of us. The camera can't pick it up, but it's there nonetheless. Play resumes as Kotliar kicks it in. Prep is playing an interesting lineup in the backfield. And it's shown successful as they keep getting the ball back. A lot of turnovers for St. Mary's. But now we see Rays pushing it ahead as it's taken away by Prep. Kick was missed there by Ferguson. Ends up in the corner. I believe Prep touched that last. Okerson taps it in now. Another unsuccessful attempt there for Prep. We're coming down right about 12 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here. Not a lot of stoppages, admittedly. It's been a relatively smooth game, except for just recently Ariana Warner was hit in the head by number 28, Kayla Ryan, on Prep. She pushed through it, and she's on the field currently. Yeah. Gotta love those chants by the Gales fans there. Various students, various faculty members. Whew. A ninth save there by Okerson. Prep got the ball back, tried to shoot it again, but it's tipped right to the corner. Okerson, I think that's 9 saves now? 9 saves? Impressive. Especially when you realize that she wasn't even starting at the goalie, because that was Isabel Vasquez's position. But again, some seniors are on retreat today, and this weekend as well. So in place of that, Okerson took the center of the goal and has been performing excellent. Warner at midfield had it tipped away by Prep. Kotliar comes up with it. It's Chester to Warner. Chester and Warner kind of got mixed up with it in there. Bit of a tussle between Chester at number 8 on Prep and Jacqueline Pina. It's thrown in for Mary's. Prep comes away with it. Again, Prep is playing 4 players at the backfield, and it's been successful. Whether they be in a straight line or whether they be in a 2-2 rotation, it's been working out. St. Mary's hasn't been getting it farther than the 18 on the Prep goal. Although that was an excellent kick away by Antoinette Portnoy, a senior from Douglaston. Incredible how time flies. We're 30 minutes into this game already. And again, after this, I don't believe we're live streaming it, but the boys soccer varsity, that should be an interesting one as well. Against St. Dominic's, that should be an interesting one. St. Mary's looking to scoop up some wins. Ball goes way out to the Francis corner. Prep will retain with it. Again, not a lot of saves for the St. Francis Prep goalie, mainly because St. Mary's hasn't gotten it to that point a lot. Although recently, in these last couple of minutes, they've been getting it pretty close, pretty close. Again, after this, there will be a second half of more soccer. Out of play is Stopinski and number 7, Katsanakis. Got into a little tussle there as the ball was out of play. Kicked it just past midfield as Kotliar and number 15, Ricotta, into a tussle there. St. Francis Prep again getting it pretty close to the St. Mary's goal. St. Mary's this season is looking for their first win. Very tough against the undefeated St. Francis Prep team. They've proved strong. What a save. I believe that's the 10th save for Isabella Okerson. An incredible job at goal tonight. Ball's high up into the air. Stopinski comes away with it. Good hustle plays here by St. Mary's. Fans cheering on for their team. What a move by Kotliar. Chester lost it. Oh, trip up. It's in midfield now. Rays kicked it about midfield. What a kick by Rays. Farthest kick so far. Oh, here comes White. Admittedly, I thought White was going to have a chance to kick that into the goal. Oh. Good speed there by St. Francis Prep to try to push that ball ahead, but it's taken away by St. Mary's. As Rays kicks it to White. White to, tried to kick it over to Stopinski, but it's been taken away by number 28, Ryan. That was a direct kick to St. Mary's. Ferguson ducked. If you're going to hit it by that ball. White trying to block off Ryan from it. In the first half, we're about 37 minutes ahead now. Oh, good steal there by number 10 on St. Mary's. Antoinette Portnoy.
This is Sven Eisman joining you again. We have about 3 minutes left in the half. 0-0. St. Mary's, St. Francis Prep here at St. Mary's High School in Manhasset, New York. Game has pretty much primarily been played at the St. Mary's end, but Isabel Okerson, sophomore goalie, getting the rare start, really showing her mettle today with at least double-digit saves. Got a corner kick right now by St. Francis Prep. Oh, Nelly! Oh. Cleared out by St. Mary's. Up the side to Aliana Chester. Got a little run going, out of bounds off of Prep. We got about 2 minutes left in the half. Well, the first half of the game was primarily in St. Mary's end. We've had a lot more action at midfield. St. Francis Prep playing it out to the wing. Nicole Ray is playing a little physical brand of St. Mary's D. Throw in by Prep. Knocked around. Avocado comes out with it. Really showing probably to be St. Mary's most valuable player on the field other than Okerson. Ava Kotlar, freshman. Knocked away by Nicole Reyes. Got about 45 seconds left in the half. Prep just outside the 30. Puts one on goal. Again, stopped by Okerson. Save number 14. St. Mary's getting on with a little bit of a little cheer to egg on their Lady Gales. And that is halftime. We have a 0-0 game. St. Francis Prep undefeated in the league this year. Putting the ball on net, but Okerson, Isabel Okerson, sophomore goalie, has been up to the task. 14 saves, with a nice assist from Ava Katilar, who's done a nice job on defense, getting the ball, trying to help St. Mary's get a little offense going. Again, we are halftime, 10 minutes. We're going to take a little station break here. It is 0-0. St. Mary's Prep, St. Mary's versus St. Francis Prep. We'll be back in 10.
Welcome back to St. Mary's Girls Varsity Soccer here. We're live streaming this, and after this there'll be a boys varsity game. I'm not sure if we're live streaming that one though. Once again, I'm Charlie Alamo. It's been a pleasure so far to be with you. I hope you say likewise. Second half, just about ready to top off here. Midfield, St. Mary's starts with it. Chester takes it away. Good move there by Chester. Caught Ryan off guard there. Collier, that was a good diving kick, but it went to the side and it'll be prep ball. Tossed in to prep. Kicked out to the corner. Kind of a futile play there, as Marys will just retain possession. Main story tonight, Isabella Okerson playing fantastic on goal. She, of course, is the replacement for Isabel Vasquez, who is on retreat today because of a senior fall retreat, and we wish them the most fun that they could have. Raised, there was a diving kick there, but prep ends up with it. We're about 42 minutes in total into this game as Slapinski kicked it to the side. It's out of play. Oh, shot on goal there by Prep. That's another save for Okerson. She had 10 in the first half and just tacked on another one there, so making that 11. It appears it's going to be a corner kick for St. Francis Prep. It's in. Is that a goal? No goal. No goal. Looked very close. Debatable. But they're not calling it a goal. That was the closest they've been to one this game, but again, no dice. This is paired with the annual barbecue that St. Mary's runs here to pair with this game. It's an incredible event. So many people come out. Faculty members, old faculty members that are now retired, students from all grades come out to support. It's a beautiful thing. And there's more excitement after this because of the boys' varsity. Okerson is on the floor at the goal. Not quite sure what's happening. Maybe perhaps an injury. The coach is on there. Looks like a assistant with medical equipment. They're going down there. She might have heard something. Admittedly, when she got what appeared to be a save, they didn't call a goal on what looked to be a kick inside the lines of the post, but it didn't look as if Okerson had come down that hard, but upon further examination, she might have very well hit a knee or bruised the calf or something. Whilst there's this dead air, allow me to tell you how both of these teams got here. In the league, St. Francis Prep is undefeated. An incredible showing from them all season. And St. Mary's actually looking for their first win. It would be very impressive if Mary's was able to pull this off against the undefeated team. It would be quite ironic. We're about 43 and 10 seconds into this game here. Parking lot starting to fill up while there's spacage in the game. Again, if you're just tuning in, there was a stoppage because Okerson appeared to be hurt after a corner kick by Prep turned into what appeared to be well inside the lines of the post, but there was no goal, and now Okerson is hurt. The score just appeared to change, actually, as it turns out they counted that goal. One that was very questionable. At first, they didn't want to count it as a goal. It counts as a goal. Again, though, it's questionable because Okerson, in the process of trying to defend that goal, was hurt. Nonetheless, the score is now 1-0. St. Francis Prep has the lead. Nonetheless, though, this shouldn't decline any morale that St. Mary's had. They've been playing excellent so far. And St. Francis Prep just as well, again undefeated in the league. Hoping to continue that streak, but St. Mary's, anything is possible within 36 minutes, folks. Nice kick there by Prep. Tapped out by Prep as Mary's throws it in. There was a tussle up in the midcourt. Kotliar falls. The kick by number 14, Haggerty, was blocked away by Ariana Warner. Stobinski passes it in to Reyes. Reyes lands by the scorer's table. It's St. Francis Prep's ball. It's over to Ryan now. Ryan. Slow kick over to one of its teammates. I believe that is Rocco. Again, St. Mary's has to kind of get into these middle of the passes, because without that, they've been getting relatively easy shots. Another save there by Okerson. That's her 12th on the night. Chester and Rocco ended up in a little bit of a tussle there. Rocco comes away with it. Rocco passes it up. Rocco gets it right back. Whereas Ryan and Reyes dealing with it. Haggerty moving into the goal now. Tipped away. Good play there by number 5 on St. Mary's. McMahon. We'd also like to give a personal thank you to all those watching the live stream. It means a lot. Truthfully, this is the reason. You guys are the reason why we keep doing this. And look forward to being your broadcaster for basketball, for lacrosse, volleyball even. Multiple things to come. And that's all because of you guys. It was thrown in now as a quick whistle is blown. Nice kick there by Kotliar. Although it was hit off the head of Avenado. Good tip there by McMahon. McMahon passes it off to Kotliar. Kotliar passes it off to Stopinski. Stopinski gets it back. Pass to Reyes. Reyes has it taken away by number 22. Number 22, Zovic. Zovic. Good tip there by McMahon. McMahon comes away with the steal. She's got options running. Gives it off to Stopinski. Chester tries to save it, but it goes to the fence. It's out of play. Chester by the goal in the 18. It's close. Oh, bit of roughage up there. Goal! Aliana Chester hits the goal for St. Mary's. That ties the game 1-1. Ah, they love that. The crowd just loves it. Aliana Chester with a goal. Impressive, impressive. 48 minutes in. The first goal for St. Mary's. Oh, and you hear those chants by the lovely St. Mary's crowd. There's dancing, there's singing, there's chanting. Now they're hyped. Now there's momentum. Ariana Warner keeping it in play now. Number 14, Haggerty, all by herself basically. Tipped away by Haggerty is it'll be St. Mary's ball. Chester's got to be feeling good after that goal. It was an impressive move. She was down there all by herself. Almost all by herself. Everyone else was behind her. Goal was quite impressive. She was at left field. And she kicked it right into the goal. Oh, that was a nasty push there by Ryan as she knocked down number 9, Rays. Warner takes it away. Warner, what speed? Again, our vantage point is from Marist, room 229, Mr. Mangiacapri's physics room. Beautiful vantage point of the field. You can see the weather, the streets, everything. Impressive play there. Kadliar was pushing it far ahead, but it's taken away. Oh, got pretty close there to the St. Mary's goal. Ogerson comes away with it yet again. It's passed over as Chester ends up with it. Chester, again, if you're just joining us, scored that goal to tie up the game 1-1. St. Francis scored a goal, controversially, because Ogerson ended up with a little bit of an injury, although she's still playing. Very physical game. A 13th save there for Okerson. Again, very impressive night. McMahon ends up with it, but it's taken away quickly by number 16, Iriarte. The Lady Gales are coached by Jasmine Mitchell, and she's got to be proud with the way they've been playing between the defense and the impressive goal by Chester. It's getting really close now. Oh, good save there by Ogerson. It was shot on goal by Haggerty. It's a corner kick for Prep now. This is the same exact position they scored in earlier in the game. That was just a little bit after the half. Kick goes nowhere. Far kick goes into Mary's. Rays will tap it in now. Right into the hands of Prep. She almost had the kick there. Warner missed the kick by just a couple of inches. Oh, getting real close. Oh, it's a goal. Oh, no. My mistake. No goal. No, wait. My mistake again. My initial feeling was correct. That was a goal. The goal was scored by number 16, Iriarte. That's Prep's second goal on the night. Similar to Chester's goal earlier, that was pretty impressive. Iriarte was ahead of everyone. She put on the moves to get the quick score. Chester tips it away. Stopinski guards well, gets the tip away. Her and Haggerty ended up in a bit of a mix for the ball there, but St. Mary's will come away with it. Again, various chants coming from the bleachers of the field now, just below us. Again, the crowd consists of faculty members, old faculty members that have retired, students, parents, all fans of the game. Good behind kick there by Chester. Chester, again, great defense here by Chester. Chester scoring that goal earlier. White comes away with it. Right to Prep. Prep. Just out the 18. Well, Prep getting into scoring position again. They've been allowed to do this too many times, if I'm honest. Again, excellent defense, and then goal watching has been played by Okerson. But again, when you're getting to the 18 so much, then what would be the point? St. Mary's has to make sure to get in front of some of these passes and cut them off before they reach scoring position. St. Francis Prep, rather, scored once off of a corner kick. And then they scored again off an impressive play by Haggerty that allowed her to get an excellent position for the kick. Prep is with it now. Oh, that kick there directly hit the leg of number 13 on St. Mary's. That would be McNamee, a senior. Chester comes away with it. Stopinski running with it now. Going all the way. Oh. Comes away with it. Impressive hustle play. Oh, St. Mary's is getting close. Jasmine White kicked that head. St. Francis Prep comes away with it, and they kick it to the side. Someone's down for St. Mary's. I think that's Jasmine White down there. She appears to be in pain. Oh, doesn't look too good. Coach Mitchell is on the floor now. She's getting her leg checked out. Ref tells the medical staff to get over there. White played a very good game up to this point. Game stopped. We're at about 58 minutes now. 22 minutes remaining. The first half wasn't filled with so much scoring, too many goals, but second half certainly made up for that. Again, how we got here. First, there was a goal off a corner kick by St. Francis Prep. It went under Okerson. And at first it was debatable. At first they didn't count the goal, but afterward they did. Then after that, Aliana Chester, impressive move to get to the Prep goal and score and tie it up at that point. But now it's 2-1. The most recent goal coming off of a, again, impressive sequence by Haggerty. Haggerty's been a vital player for Prep and just overall impressive team. Again, they're undefeated in the league. St. Mary's looking for their first win. Currently, Jasmine White is down on the field. She's still down in pain. I don't believe she's gotten up, but her teammates quick to help her. While there's stoppage in time, allow me to reiterate that the event that's going on below, to the right of us, the traditional night game barbecue is what they call it. Right now, there's David Hurley running the table, giving out burgers, hot dogs, drinks, and Miss Kennedy, a former teacher here, former English teacher, she came back to substitute for another teacher today, and well, it's been exciting because all the faculty remembers her, and most of the students, except for the freshmen, remember her. And again, we'd like to thank you for watching us. It's been an exciting game, so I can't imagine why you wouldn't. Again, after this, the boys' game. She's muscling through it. Jasmine White again went down, being helped by the medical staff and her coach, Coach Jasmine Mitchell. I'd like to invite you now to one of our next broadcasts. It's going to be on October 3rd. That's a Tuesday. St. Mary's Girls Volleyball versus Holy Trinity. That's at around 5:45. That'll be a live stream, but of course, it'll be on YouTube to watch afterward. We've been stuck here at around 58 minutes played so far. The stoppage caused by White's injury, of course. Then on Thursday, October 5th, we have an exciting one. Again, girls volleyball versus Our Lady of Mercy. And at the same time, 5:45. Look forward to our boys broadcast on October 6th, that Friday, versus Regis at home, 5:30. Boys rounded up their home game list quite early. The girls really having most of the home games now, this being a crucial case. Monday, they also have a game versus Molloy at 4 p.m., but due to conditions, I don't believe we're going to be broadcasting that. Play looks like it's ready to resume. Just about ready. Resuming play now. Prep kicks it to the fence. It's tapped in. Oh, ball is high. Oh, it's a nice head tap there. Prep goalie comes away with it. McMahon putting the moves on two St. Francis Prep players. Again, we're rounding out at about 60 minutes, an hour here. 20 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. St. Mary's chants coming from the bleachers now. Just like they did in the basketball season last year, the chants are what keeps the team going. Very excited. Oh! Oh! Goal! St. Francis Prep goal. Okerson fell too early. And now the score is 3-1. I'd also like to shout out somebody who will be my color commentator in later broadcasts or play-by-play, depending. Sven Eisman. He broadcasted some minutes earlier. Shout him out. He's done a very adequate job. Good tumble up there by Rays and number 4, Padavadona. Prep players lost the momentum there as Chester comes away with it. Chester, of course, scoring that goal earlier, the only one in St. Mary's arsenal. Stolbinski got tripped up there. right back to it. We're running out about 65 minutes. St. Francis Prep getting into scoring position again. This is where they scored last time. Olgerson stumbles with the ball, picks it up. Olgerson, of course, subbing in for Isabel Vasquez, who is on a retreat currently. She tosses it over. Number 10 for St. Mary's, Portnoy. There's been some impressive moments here. It looks like we're in the midst of one of them. McMahon, oh, great defense by McMahon to block the defender away from the ball. Ah, what a far pass. Chester comes up with it. Chester's pretty far down. Oh, someone's tripped up. There's been a lot of tripping up this game. Good hustle all around. Portnoy got tripped up. I believe that'll be a kick for St. Mary's. Oh, and up there. Up here from the broadcasting vantage point, we can see a drone just passed over. We believe it's recording footage. I would hope so. Oh, that was a nice save there by the Prep goalie. Very smooth save. Kotliar back in the game. Oh, Kotliar got tripped up there. Rounding out at about 66 minutes here in the ball game. We cannot wait here at the St. Mary's Broadcasting Club to show you all of our best sporting events that we have to offer. Basketball is going to be one of the most important ones, rather. All of our sports we emphasize equally. Oh, McMahon far up ahead. What a kick. St. Francis Prep looks like he's going to get it back. Oh, blocked by McMahon towards the corner. I don't believe that'll be a corner kick, but rather just a pass in by Prep. It'll be a goal kick for St. Francis Prep. Again, if you're just tuning in, the score is 3-1 St. Francis Prep advantage as the ball is tapped in. Stopinski kicked it back towards the goal, and the goalie comes up with it. Rays, good defense there, but it ends up back with St. Francis Prep. Prep pushing it up ahead now and getting into scoring position. Haggerty has been a fan of pushing the ball into the left corner. That's where she scored earlier. Good defense there by Rays. Oh, scoring position. Can't complete it. That's a corner kick for St. Francis Prep. This is where they scored before. No goal. Prep still has it, though. Good defense there by Stelbinski. Cuts off the pass, but Prep is getting it back. Oh, they lost it on the side. We're just about in the final 10 minutes of the game here. It's been a pleasure. Haggerty back in her favorite spot on the field. Oh, that's another goal for St. Francis Prep. Score is 4-1. Okerson was too far right in the goal to capitalize on another save opportunity. Albeit, she has just about 14 saves on the night. Very impressive, especially for the fact that she subbed in for Isabel Vasquez, a senior who is now on a retreat, along with multiple other players on this team. St. Mary's playing that usual flustering defense. As evidence now. Oh, ball kicked far ahead. Goalie's going to get it. Chester taps to number 12. Number 12 still with it. Chester tatted it away. Padavadona comes away with it after spinning with it for a while. Kick goes past the goal. It was a beautiful night for a soccer game, I must admit. Not a lot of winds, crisp, clear. Beautiful vantage point we have from the physics room here at Marist Hall. Reyes comes away with it. And even though St. Mary's is down, fans still out there applauding, enjoying the barbecue. Next, I don't think we're broadcasting it, but next they got the boys' varsity game for soccer. Again, the boys have played a majority of their home games already. Although we may actually do their game against Regis on the next Friday, October 6th. Kick was way off target. There's been no shortage of excitement here. Consistent game through and through. First half, not really a lot of scoring, but there was action nonetheless. St. Francis got into scoring position multiple times, but couldn't capitalize. For second half, having all the action. Good move there by Haggerty. Put the moves on Reyes. play resumes in the final 6 minutes of this game. There's no coming back for St. Mary's, but they shouldn't have any decreased morale. They played excellent, especially Okerson, one of the star players of the game, had 13 saves on the night. And of course, Aliana Chester, the only goal for St. Mary's. Very impressive, very consistent game. No, another save there by Okerson. That's her 14th on the night. And of course now the boys are gearing up to play their game. Fans are going to stay around. Fans are going to enjoy some food, talk, converse. That was a good move there by Ferguson, trying to tip the ball away. Warner tried to keep it in bounds, but it's out. It's St. Francis Prep's ball. We're in the 76th minute. Coming down to the final minutes now. Again, it's been a pleasure to be here with you. Again, I'm Charlie Alamo if you're just tuning in. Sven Eisman was commentating earlier. Final score of the game looks like it's going to be 4-1, but hey, who knows? St. Francis Prep might tack on a couple of points before the end of this game. Boys soccer, of course, getting ready to check in and play their game. I'm sure that one's going to be fun. And again, to reiterate, I'd like to invite you to our next couple of broadcasts. Then that very next one, next to this, is October 3rd, Tuesday, girls volleyball varsity against Holy Trinity. And then the Thursday after that, the Thursday right after, is versus Our Lady of Mercy, again at 5:45. Rays kicks it towards the fence. And the St. Mary's High School banner. If the pass was just a little lower, that would have been a good scoring opportunity for St. Francis Prep. Coming on in the final minute now. What a game it's been. Relatively close game in the beginning of the second half turned into rather close, but rather spacious defeat for St. Mary's. Again, they remain winless on the season. St. Francis Prep will remain undefeated. But of course, the fans of St. Mary's cheering them on as per usual. Spirit doesn't die here, especially for our teams. And with that, Okelson will get a 15th save and the game ends. Final score 4-1. St. Francis Prep takes the win. Undefeated still in the season. St. Mary's still looking for their win. First win. Next up is boys varsity soccer. But we're not going to broadcast that, unfortunately. I would like to thank you for watching again. I must reiterate, you guys are the reason we keep this going. Without an audience, no, there wouldn't be a show now, would there? Thank you so much. I'm Charlie Alamo for Sven Eisman and the whole broadcasting crew here. Thank you and good night.